Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the monthly forecast for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the month of October 2018. I hope that you enjoyed your September 2018 reading and that it was helpful and healing as always. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. Doing an improvement reading for all signs for the month of October. So any messages here that could be helpful could be found in both either confirmation on an already established plan of action, or it could be an inspiration around a situation that you need to get hold of or take action around. So that's the intention around the improvement spread for the month of October. And as always, it is a general reading. If you find this doesn't resonate or has some gaps or missing information, check out your moon and rising sign readings as well. I find cross-watching very, very helpful. I do it myself. So messages for Pisces, October. Messages for Pisces. All right. As always, I'll use the bottom of the deck card for general energy for the month for you. For October, holy smokes. Something that is a matter of justice could be turning in your favor. If this is an actual court case for you, justice will be turning in your favor here. We are dealing with a 2, so issues of balance is going to be extremely important for you in the month of October as well. Once we get the other 5 cards out, we'll look at exactly balance between what. But balance is a very important issue. Partnerships could be an important issue this month as well. Also, fairness, just flat out issues of fairness and justice here, whether or not this is a legal, or court issue. This could just be an issue in your own life where you're seeking justice. It could be within a relationship. It could be around, a competition with a job. Again, we'll look at the other cards here in a moment. But fairness and justice, you can notice here that she does have a sword. This is extremely important. It is ruled by Libra, but there's a sort of truth here. So justice in favor of the truth, okay? Justice in favor of evidence. So yeah, and I want to mention as well that you could be dealing with a Libra, or a Libra could be figuring very prominently, or someone with Libran qualities, right? Very prominently in the month of October for you. Libra is ruled by the 7th house. Of course, it rules relationships, partnerships. Look at that, right on top of the moon. Yeah, okay, well, there could be an imbalance that you're being called to correct here. Dealing with some specific agents in the month of October. Pisces, you're dealing with fire signs, air signs, very likely a Libra, but these are mature energies, okay? They can be men or women. And when I say mature, I just mean they could be chronologically younger than you, these individuals. The fire or the air signs here, they can even be younger than you, but they're going to be highly influential to you. this one in particular, the air sign in particular, I do think the fire sign is something that you need to almost develop. You need to get, and I can't even help but say this, it's almost like you need to get angry enough to do something. I never thought I'd say that here, but another way to frame that would just be like passion. I think that this type of passion, this expression around justice and fairness perhaps, needs to be taken to the next level, because this represents your attitudes or resources, and this is external, I think. And it does sit right below the justice here. I think there's some confusion about really how to move forward or how to balance something here. So we will look at why. But yeah, this air sign is going to figure very prominently, or you're being asked to, as an outcome card or advice, you're being asked to really take a cut and dry attitude toward an issue of injustice or imbalance. And as an internal approach, it's almost like this person could be figuring prominently in your own life, you know, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, and you need to take those energies or that attitude or how they go about expressing themselves on for yourself and almost like mimic that in order to get through something here. So yeah, very interesting. Again, there's nothing overwhelmingly difficult for you here. I think the only sort of shadow card would of course be the moon, but this is also your card, right? This does represent your external resources. It's curious that these are in the position they are. So external to you could be some confusion, someone appearing as though there's a shadow side here. I was going to say someone appearing as though they're using their intuition, but getting like mixed messages or something muddled here. This could be, if you're interested in the occult or spiritual matters, this could be an incredibly spiritual reading for you. If that's the case, I think that you are going to come to terms with something here with the King of Air. I mean, these are masters. First of all, I just want to mention that all the kings are masters of their domain. This is the master of the element of fire. This is a celebrity. This is someone charisma plus. This is like when you think of Barack Obama, whether you love him or hate him, really, he's famous for a reason, and it's whether he was, you know, a lawyer or an ex-president, or he was just a guy in line at the grocery store, I can almost guarantee you that he would still have the same charisma. It's just who he is. So that really represents this card for me. And with the King of Swords, we're dealing with a judge. This is a doctor, lawyer, judge, someone who can be accused of being cold. And it's curious because these are really at opposite scales, okay? We're dealing with someone with an extremely generous, warm heart, and someone who is extremely, you know, at least accused of being cold or distant or, you know, just the facts, ma'am, like that type of thing here. So, and when we see the justice here in terms of balance, it's, you know, and this is your internal resource, all this passion, it's almost like that could actually be what's getting in your way. That's what's causing, and again, passion for a subject, a concept, a relationship, your favorite dress. Like, again, it's a general reading. So whatever there's conflict or confusion around, you know, this could be lighting a fire under that all the time. In other words, what you think you understand or know, right? There's that sword of truth. There's that sword of justice. What you think or know to be true may need further inspection. It does need further inspection, like a cold hard facts, ma'am, inspection. If and only if you're interested in truth and justice, reasonability, fairness, tact, diplomacy, right? Seeing literally both sides of the story, no matter how you feel about them. So this is really the difference between I'm going to take the time and energy and an attitude of truth and justice and deliberation, fairness, okay? And seek the truth around it no matter how I feel about it. So again, as a general matter, I think this could be a very important exercise for you this month, Pisces. Let's look at these in their individual positions. That was just a little sort of synopsis. I love doing that, getting all the cards out, looking at them together, telling a little story here. Yeah, I think there's something for you to have to see through. There's a veil over something that you have to see through. What you already do well, this is success. I think that you already feel pretty happy, confident, successful. As a general matter, I don't think you, notwithstanding difficult situations that would be difficult for any individual, I think, what you already do well is you find successful environments. You find the good. Again, we're dealing with a 6 here. This is a card of balance. All 6s indicate balance. So what you already do well, I think you're pretty knowledgeable. I don't think that you're stunned about this necessarily. I think for some reason there's just been a veil put over something, or something is being concealed. It could very well be this is in your internal resources here, Pisces. It is your card. I'm finding it hard to imagine that someone else has done this to you, for example. I think that you've maybe tried to protect yourself from something here, and it might have worked, and it might have been for a good reason at the time, but it no longer is, because it's creating imbalance. It's a shadow over an issue of fairness here. And this sword, just check it out. It's actually glowing, which means, in my view, it deserves attention, right? The rest of the card is quite, it's muted, right? It's quite muted. It's I wouldn't say it's dull. It's just a little bit muted. It's very gentle. It's very calming. And then you have that, wow, that sword really got my attention there. The King of Swords over here can be related to that so easily. And I can't help but look, of course, at the King's heart here and the fire, which is the same color. So I think these really need to be integrated, believe it or not. This sense of passion that you have around a subject or a person or a concept or a theme or goal, whatever this is, really needs to have this. You need to see something for what or who or how it really is, okay? I'm only laughing because it's going to free you. It's going to remove a lot of doubt and probably even what silliness or pettiness here. It's going to free you. What you already do well: success, liberation, victory. Victory. Somebody might even look up to you. I think you have a lot of fans, okay? You have a lot of fans. And maybe that's part of it too. Maybe you don't want to let your fans can be family, okay? You don't have to be a rock star. You could be a Pisces rock star checking this out. You have a lot of support. You have a lot of fans. A lot of people look up to you, but it's deserved. Pisces, you're a water sign. You're pretty deep. Unless you've been incredibly damaged in your own life, you're not going to cause a lot of damage. Even if you have been damaged in your life, like the rest of the human race, if you get help for that, and if you see through those troubles and those patterns that you don't want to repeat anymore, that can really excel you, propel you through the next stage of your development quite quickly, because you are so compassionate and deep feeling. So yeah, you've probably done already a lot of self-work here. So congratulations. People notice. It impacts other people and they look up to you. And this could be part of it too. You don't want to let someone else down. Maybe, just saying, maybe there's been a facade. I don't think the success or victory is a facade, but maybe there's something underneath the surface that's yet to come out. And there's some concern around that for some reason. And I do think that 10 to 1, it's around pleasing somebody or pleasing your fans, okay, for lack of a better term. What you need to work on, something needs to be reassessed here, 100%. I'm not even kidding. These 4 cards here, you need to back up here on a practical issue, something practical, something that is built to last, something that has got roots, it's on solid ground, This is going to create a legacy. It's going to be impactful long term. Remember, the Ten of Pentacles is legacy, long term, empires, okay? Right up there with the Emperor, if we're talking about major arcana energy. The Ten of Pentacles, in my view, related, okay? Incredibly strong card, energy-wise. Seven of Pentacles, just a couple of numbers below, is saying, here I am. How did I get here? Where do I want to go from here? You are being asked to, in the month of October, something needs to be reassessed because something is missing. Information is missing. Information is missing. Or being denied, or concealed, or veiled, or shadowed, okay? Shadowed by something. This is external to you. Maybe you don't want to see it. Maybe it's painful. Sure. But it doesn't mean it's not true. Okay? So my concern around the moon here under justice, with a reassessment, with you're being called to reassess something, it's gonna grow. Whatever needs to be reassessed here it has a life of its own. It's gonna grow. You know, external to you is this shadow. Like I said, I don't think you're necessarily unavailable to receiving information. I think it's being kept from you, or it's being denied or shadowed in some way, because internal to you, it makes you very passionate. Whatever this is that you're reassessing here is a very passionate concern. This could be a spiritual matter. Of course, this is a spiritual leader, but it's also a very, very, generally speaking, a very charismatic, passionate person, okay? So as an influence in your own life, you could be taking on the personality of this and not feel it. This could be how you go directing yourself around this subject, but you don't really feel it. There's no cups here, for example. This really has nothing to do with your emotions, except for the Pisces ruled moon card here, which is about shadow and veils and perhaps not listening to your intuition, which sounds counterintuitive. I know when we look at the moon, it looks like it's ruled by Cancer. It looks like it's all about your intuition and finding the truth by going within, and maybe occult atmospheres and stuff like that. That's really the High Priestess, okay? That's the High Priestess, even though it's Taurus ruled. Cancer rules Chariot. The moon is really unique in the tarot, being ruled by Pisces, because it's, listen, 12th house, right? 12th house ruled. This is shadows and misjudgment and self-undoing, okay? So something needs to be squared away here. You need to face something here. I feel confident for many, many Pisces watching this that you know exactly what this is, and you're like, oh God, oh man. It might feel overwhelming. And again, you might tick somebody off here too, but rest assured it's all under the auspice of the truth and justice. And ultimately, what do we serve? Like if we are pure-hearted, if we are interested in the truth, if we are interested in evidence and reality and fairness, right? And I know you are. You're going to take the high road here, and you're going to choose truth, the cold, hard truth here. This is the master of evidence, the master of truth. This is a teacher, doctor, lawyer, researcher. This is a journalist, okay? Very, very, when I say mature, I just mean like established. There's a lot of establishment here in our kings. This is established. So this could be, as an energy and not a person, this could be research journals. This could be as an advice card, okay? This could be you're going to go about acting like this person. So this, you may not have, let's say, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in your energy field in the month of October, but this could be the energy that's available to you. Or if you do know those signs, they could be bringing in this information to you. He also has like those sort of like bird eyes, like hawk eyes. This person has seen and heard everything. Seen and heard everything. You cannot confuse this person. This is undisputably, it's precision. This is a surgeon, okay? This is, but of the mind. So yes, this person can act this way, but this person is the mind of a surgeon. It's also the advice for you for the month of October. So you're being called here for issues of justice and fairness, compatibility, partnerships, communication, fair, okay? Fair and just communication. It's the difference between shadows and concealment to precision of the mind and expert research, testimony, evidence. How curious they're there together. I feel, and I said at the very start too, this is going to be the balance between one or the other. Totally. The balance between I'm passionate about this, I already think and feel this, I'm so passionate about it, to I might have had something missing. There might have been information missing. When I look at the evidence, I can be passionate about the truth in a different way. It's not like you have to be dispassionate now. Now you can be just as passionate, but telling the truth. Very, very interesting reading for you, Pisces. I feel like you could be breaking free from something this month, especially with the moon as your external resource. It's hard to imagine that someone would be keeping something from you here. Again, I'd almost expect these to be reversed. I like to think that, you know, you're unable to see something obvious or evident, but that's not what's going on. Someone around you or your environment in some way. I pray that it's not school. I pray that you're not in school and you're being taught, you know, garbage information or incomplete information here, but maybe someone just doesn't want to discuss a shadow side with you, or it's hard to discuss the shadow side of something with, you know, people that you already look up to and respect, or there could be an element of pride. It just occurred to me. This could be the difference between, I know that this is concealed from me, but I'm so wrapped up in it, my pride is going to get damaged. My word, if that's the case, let it go. Let it go. It's not appealing. Even if you think you're right and you're passionate and a lot of people listen to you and a lot of people support what you're saying, if it's not true, or if it's veiled or shadowed or incomplete, then now I would start questioning your peer group. Like, why would your entire peer group or who you're spending time with choose to listen to information that was incomplete? Or who are you spending your time with that want you to have incomplete information? It's unfair. It's the opposite of fairness and justice. And really, let's be honest here, it's the opposite of honor, right? It's the opposite of honor. If your ego or a sense of ego is getting in the way of the truth, my word, Pisces, take yourself up on that. If that's the case, that might be a message just for one or two Pisces out there. Yeah, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This is highly relatable here. I'm seeing with the Seven of Pentacles. As I mentioned, the Seven of Pentacles, all sevens are about reassessment. Time to retreat. Check things out. Start doing, this is a major research project here. This is major information, calculations, study, expert, anything. A bunch of those flipped over. This could very well take the month for you. This could take the month of October. But why not? Why not take the time? I mean, you're going to have to do it. That's a chunk too. I'm just looking for one card here. Really, at the end of the day, Pisces, like, does it matter how long it takes to get to the truth of the matter? Does it matter how long it takes to lift the veil on something, or to get to the evidence, or to choose reason over passion? You're straddling those two areas right now. Two Kings. These are incredibly mature, established energies. I think, again, this could just be a message for some Pisces out there. I think you're, try not to say afraid. I think you're concerned with upsetting the apple cart. That's what I think. Because the whole purpose of October is fairness and justice, support. Yeah, I'm going to relate this here to the Six of Wands. I think that you are incredibly supported. You do have a lot of friendships. You do have a lot of support, people who have the same worldview as you do. Look at this. There could be even ancestral support. You feel as though probably intuitively you have all the answers here, or this is such long-standing information that it must be true. But this could be an old wives' tale, whatever this is that's tripping you up. It could be an old wives' tale, or it could be something that's being said. When I say something, like whatever you need to investigate here. It could seem as though this is common knowledge, or it's just what all of your friends or everyone around you believes or supports here. But again, I'm going to ask here that there's a retreat from this sort of worldview at the present moment. I don't think you need to let it go necessarily. I think that you'll know when it's ready to let go. What I want you to know is that it needs to be unpacked. Again, something is missing. Very, very, very important information is missing. So something needs to be unpacked here. And yeah, when I said ego earlier, it could just be something having to do with your friendships, your ego in your relationships. If this is a political matter, Pisces, these are trying political times right now. I don't presuppose what kind of people watch my videos. I think Pisces come in all shapes and sizes, all backgrounds and disciplines, and careers. So yeah, I think you could feel caught in the middle right now, and I'm asking you to lift that veil. It's going to make a big, big impact on the world. In a very, very positive way. And I do believe as well that you'll feel relief from it. Who isn't going to feel relief after knowing the truth? The grouse is the sacred spiral. Yeah, it's funny, okay? And in another deck, we have this deck here, we have the card knowing. It's a bunch of moons. It's deep knowing, it's intuition. I'm going to say that sacred spiral is the opposite here of the moon right now. This is knowing full well. This is knowing full well the difference between something. I think you intuitively know that something has been off. I think sacred spiral is reminding you that you know better and you've gotten caught up in something. And again, whatever it is that you're reassessing this month, that needs to, the truth really needs to take precedence over everything. Whatever it is, really could end up turning things on its head. Again, if you chose that veil or concealment or inability to face the truth or facts, whatever, it was at the time a good decision for you. I get it. I get it. Sometimes we need to do things to cope or to deal or to suppress or to save your ego or to not upset the apple cart, etc. I get it. But there is a price to pay for that. And that's what's going on in the month of October. I think you want to be seen as a reasonable, passionate, knowledgeable, just and fair person. I don't think you want to be seen as someone who doesn't know where they stand on something really, and someone who's okay with the veil being pulled over their eyes. That's not attractive. It's also has nothing to do with fairness, justice, or truth. So again, between the straddling the two lines around something, straddling with the number 2 here with justice and the king of fire and the king of air. There's something about an issue of passion and a matter of the mind here. Loyal heart. Yeah, so someone may need you to step through this door of evidence and truth-telling before they come to terms with it. I think that you have the makings of a real leader right now, Pisces, even though it seems or sounds like you have to give something up to do that. Hey, you have to give up something to do that. It'll be worth it. Loyal heart, very, very supported here, feeling supported, supporting someone else. Knowing that the truth doesn't create enemies, it creates, it can create distance. Someone who is enemies of the truth is never a friend. Think of this. If you tell the truth and someone has a problem with that, the problem isn't with the truth, okay? The problem is with their attitude about the truth. Please recall this. Take the higher ground here. Trust that you can do this. Trust that there is a veil being pulled over you and you can walk through it and be free. I've run out of time. I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you have a second, comment below. I love hearing from you. Thanks for your subscriptions, liking and sharing my videos, and for the support. Helps me continue this work. Until I see you in the next video, Pisces, take excellent care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.